Hi everyone, I hope you all safe and healthy with your family and friends. In this video, we are going to learn about 11th Standard Accountancy, Chapter 8, Bank Reconciliation Statement. Let's read the transaction. From the following information, prepare bank reconciliation statement to find out the balances as per the bank statement on 31st March 2017. Checks deposited but yet not collected by the bank 500 rupees. Checks issued but not yet presented for payment 1000 rupees. Bank interest charged 100 rupees. Rent paid by bank as per standing instruction 200 rupees. Cash book balance is 300 rupees. So what they asked to us, they asked to find out the balances as per the bank statement. Okay. So cash book balance is 300 rupees is given here. Listen carefully. If they given us a balance as per cash book, then we have to find the balance as per the bank statement. And if they given balance as per the bank statement, then we have to find out the balance as per the cash book. Are you clear? Okay. Now we are going to prepare bank balance of the cash book as per the bank balance of the bank statement. Okay. Before we are going to prepare the bank reconciliation statement, we need to prepare the format of the bank reconciliation statement. It is very simple. Particular column is there and two amount columns are there. The inner amount column and the outer amount column. And we have to add and subtract for the given transaction. It is very simple format. Listen carefully. We have to add and subtract the given transaction as for asset and liability concept. Are you clear? Okay. Listen. Cash book balance is 300 rupees is given here, right? So first we have to enter cash balances as per the cash book rupees 300 on outer column, outer amount column. Okay. We recorded. Then let's see the first transaction. It is checks deposited but yet not collected by the bank 500 rupees. So first we needed to identify the transaction which is there. Is it a receipt or is it a payment, like money will comes in or money or cash will goes out? Is it receipt or payment? It is the most important to prepare the bank reconciliation statement. Okay. Let's come to the transaction. Check deposited but yet not collected by the bank. Okay. What is the meaning by check deposited? Which means we received a check from our customer. For example, you received a check for sold goods and deposited into bank 500 rupees. Take for an example. Okay. So, when you sold goods to customer and your customer making payment through check to you. Okay. So, you got the check and you deposited that check into your bank. And then what happened? It will take a day or 2 days or 3 days, even a week to clear the check. It will take some days to clear the check and then only you received your cash from your bank account. And bank will send a SMS to you that your check has been credited to your account. Why bank says credited your check, credited your account? Listen carefully. Listen carefully. As a bank point of view, whenever bank balance increased, it will be credited, isn't it? So, it's informed you that your cash has been credited 500 rupees. Okay. Okay, listen carefully. After deposited 500 rupees check into our bank, immediately we recorded 500 rupees on receipt side of the bank column in our cash book. Right? Because we received a check and deposited into bank. So, we thought our cash increased on bank column in the passbook. Which means 500 rupees added in your passbook. So that only we entered 500 rupees receipt side. But actually what happened? At the bank, after deposited our check into bank, but yet not collected by the bank, which means that 500 rupees check is not yet cleared. So your passbook remains the same. Okay, so as per the bank balance of the bank statement, that 500 rupees will be decreased. Okay, so the time, it is that because of timing differences. So as per the bank balance of the bank statement, we needed to subtract this transaction because we deposited check but yet not collected by the bank only. We have to minus that 500 rupees on passbook or bank statement. So the transaction is, we have to enter into the minus column, that is on S column, less column, which means subtracted column, checks deposited but not yet collected by the bank of 500 rupees. So we entered that 500 rupees in inner column. Why? Because what are the transactions is to be added, we have to enter in the amount into the outer column, and what are the transactions we have to subtracted, we have to enter into the inner column. Okay, so we entered that this transaction, subtracted transaction is on the inner column. Okay, so what are the transactions is related to the subtraction, we have to enter that amount on inner column. And the second transaction is check issued but not yet presented for payment rupees 1000. Okay, check issued means you are making the payment. Take for an example, bought goods through check rupees 1000. So you purchased goods from supplier and making payment through check rupees 1000. Listen carefully. When you issued the check, which means you paid check. Okay, so immediately your cash book will be decreased 1000 rupees, right? So you made payment to your supplier through check rupees 1000. So your bank balance decreased as per your cash book. So you have subtracted 1000 rupees on your cash book. Okay. So but for the passbook, what for the passbook? Passbook not yet presented for the payment. So when the supplier will present the check into the bank, so when the supplier will present the check into the bank only, then the check will taken some respective days for clearance only, your passbook will be increased. So listen carefully. The issued check but yet not presented for the payment in the bank. So the bank remains the same, which means you issued the check to your supplier but bank not making the payment. So as per the bank balance of the bank statement, the 1000 rupees increased. So your bank balance remain the same only. You have to add this transaction. Okay. So in bank reconciliation statement, in add column, you have to record checks issued but not yet presented for payment 1000 rupees. So 1000 rupees is entered on the outer column. We entered. The next transaction is bank interest charged 100 rupees. Say for example, interest is to be taken for bank overdraft. So those interest will be recorded first in the passbook. So the bank balance will be decreased. So as per the bank balance of the bank statement, we have to subtract that bank interest charged 100 rupees. Okay, so in subtracted column, we have to record bank interest charged 100 rupees. Are you clear? The next transaction is rent paid by bank as per the standing instruction 200 rupees. Okay, what is standing instruction? Sometimes the bank may instructed to make payments such as insurance premium, installment of loan, etc. as on agent of the customer. On behalf of its customer, whenever the payment is made, those instructions will be immediately recorded in the passbook. Which means, as per the standing instruction, the rent paid by the bank 200 rupees, your bank balance, your bank statement will be decreased because your bank made payment for rent on behalf of you only. So immediately your bank account decreased. So as per the bank balance of your bank statement will be subtracted 200 rupees. But your cash book remains the same. After received bank statement on a particular date only, your cash book will be decreased on 200 rupees. Okay. So we have to enter all the transactions. So on the subtracted column, the rent, we have to record rent paid by bank as per the standing instruction 200 rupees. Okay. So we recorded all the transaction what are they given here. Okay. So now we are going to find out the balancing figure of the balance as per the bank statement. So for that we have to add 1000 rupees from 300, we will get 1300 rupees. And we have to add the total subtraction column. So 500 plus 100 plus 200 we will get 800 rupees. That 800 rupees we have to enter into the outer column. Then we have to subtract 800, we have to find the differences. So we have to subtract 800 from 1300, we will get 800 rupees. So we will get 500 rupees. This is the difference amount. So this is the balancing figure for the balance as per the bank statement. Do you have any doubt? Please comment it on the comment box. Thank you. Take care.